Hey everyone. So my name is Katie Rosenquist, which is still fun and funny to say because I've only been married for a little over a month. The name has not been legally changed, so I'm just writing it out. Exactly. So I have a very big fear of public speaking, so I'm going to embrace that tonight. And thank you all for... we're ripping the Band-Aid, embracing it. So basically in the last month, I've been married, I had a honeymoon, I bought a URL, I decided to come to Catalyst Week. I was asked to speak at Catalyst Week, and then I made a landing page, so in case any of you look me up, I look somewhat legitimate. Couldn't be just, some anonymous person out there. So the morning we were leaving on Wednesday, I just grabbed a journal on my way out, and probably like many of you, I have several journals, and so I didn't really realize which one I grabbed until I got here, and I looked at the message today, and it really resonated with me. So on the cover of my journal, it says, do good work, smile, make something awesome, just keep going, have some fucking fun, excuse my language, kick ass, don't be afraid to make mistakes, be willing to grow, and above all else, don't give up. And giving up was what I was about to do up until this morning. I looked at alternative flights home. It was rocking me to do this. And then I got a text message from my sister-in-law, and she has been struggling with her career and very unhappy. And she told me that she reached out to our local juice shop's owner and wants to go work there and make a change to make herself happy. And I thought, you know what, it's not time for me to give up quite yet. So here I am. So I also had a lovely PowerPoint presentation, and I had a very nice dress, and I had heels, and I said, you know what, none of this is me. So you're getting me tonight, and I think that's really important for all of us to be true to ourselves and be true to what it is that we love and how we resonate in the world. So starting off as a child, I was born and raised in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. Yeah, except it's cold. We'll get to that later. So like Evelyn said, I was always wanting to have my own gig, whether it was the trumpet concert for all the relatives, whether they wanted to hear it or not. The craft fairs, I'd make my handwritten cards for everyone, and the lemonade stands, and I loved hanging along with my dad doing real estate. I would take his continuing education classes for him. I would go to the open houses. I would hand out the champagne at age 13. I loved it. So fast forward a few years, I decided to make a move out of cold Minnesota and travel to Arizona for school. And I got to Arizona and I switched majors at ASU literally 5 times, and I like to think of it as my path. I had no idea what I was doing. My parents like to think I went there for a good academic reason, and I did want to be the next Frank Lloyd Wright, so they had a great architecture school, we could play that up, but I really was excited that there were palm trees and pools right on campus. So, and that love has not left me. I'm still a Phoenician to this day. So I finally graduated from ASU with a degree in marketing and international business. And I got a call the day before walking for graduation that I got a job. So I was so excited to hop into the workforce. And it didn't take long for me to realize that the monotony of 9 to 5 was not for me. I loved learning and meeting new people, but the lack of creativity, 2 weeks vacation, didn't quite fit my build. So after a couple years, I decided to pursue my passion of health and fitness, and I took that to the retail setting at Lululemon Athletica. Cue the judgment. I had questions from everyone saying, what are you doing going to work retail with a college degree, corporate experience? This doesn't add up. And of course, it made me question. I didn't know what I was really doing either, but I said, I need to do this for me for this point in my life. And they were the best few years of my life. I met the most incredible people. They're still some of my best friends to this day. I worked for a forward-thinking company. I was surrounded by people that had similar values and passions that I did. So working there, we really focused a lot on vision and goal setting. And so through that, I realized that I did want to be the 4th generation real estate agent that my family produced. And so they pushed me out of the coop and said, go do what it is that you want to do. So I've been selling residential real estate in Phoenix for the past 2.5 years, and I really love it. It's a really fun, rewarding job. get to meet a lot of amazing people, make my own schedule, have more than 2 weeks vacation. It's not all bad. But in the last year or so, I've realized that there was a piece of me missing, and I didn't feel quite fulfilled doing real estate. And I didn't know what it was, and I marinated on it and bought a few other URLs that I didn't do anything with, but I didn't know what it was. So we were on our way back from our honeymoon a couple weeks ago, and I thought, you know what, we have been so disconnected from television, from the internet, from phone, and we don't know what natural disaster is occurring. We don't know who got captured today, where the murder rates are, what the national debt is, and we're happy. Like, we are having a great time, life is good, and none of that is affecting our day-to-day. And I kind of had the aha moment, and I said, what if we celebrated the good stuff that's happening in the world rather than celebrate the not so good stuff? You know, I have amazing friends, colleagues, neighbors that are doing really rad things, and I think that they deserve a platform just as much as, well, these other people don't deserve a platform. They deserve the platform. So I decided to buy peopleattheirpeak.com, and I said, you know what, I'm going to start a blog and celebrate these people doing amazing things, whether it's the 13-year-old that's going to serve the homeless, you know, for their bar mitzvah project, or whether it's Jen, who's so passionate about her message with Soul Carrier and throwing caution to the wind and, you know, running with her handbag collection. And I just want to provide that platform for people. So I like to consider it jumping off the shallow end. In society, everyone says, you know, you're taking a leap of faith, you're really jumping off the deep end. And I thought, it's not that deep. It's more shallow than we think it is, you know, and really just taking that first step is what it's about. And so I've dipped my toe. We have the landing page in place, but I'm just on the cusp of interviewing some incredible people that we get to highlight and see what they're doing in the world. So when Evelyn reached out and said, you know, would you like to be a speaker? I said, why me? Why do you want me up here? And I clearly questioned that of myself. And then I turned around and I said, well, why not me? If I'm trying to create this platform and show everyone that everyone has a story, regardless of where they're from or what they're doing, we can all share our passion. We can all share looking at the glass half full. We can all choose to be happy. And so I want to turn that around to all of you and say, why not you? What are you doing that taps into your passion? What is it that makes you tick? And why do you choose to glory in the good? So my message to you and to myself is to go out and spread your glitter on the world, try to smile at a stranger, follow your passion, and live every day to the fullest. So, thank you.